Hey, how y'all doing? I have few updates. I'm blonde now. I'm not going through anything, actually. I'm feeling pretty good. I was having a bit of a rut since I last posted, which was a while ago. I was going through a kind of a rut, kind of feeling bad about just a lot of things, stupid things. Like, well, no, not stupid, I guess. Feeling bad about my job, my life, maybe I was feeling sorry for myself a little bit. So I went blonde and now I feel better. I kind of want to like talk about it and like, I don't know, express how, I'll sit down, express how I'm feeling about my situation with my, like just how I was feeling, I guess. Feel like a lot of the times we, like especially me, I can doubt myself and, let me fix this, whatever. I can doubt myself, I can doubt my feelings and try to invalidate myself and say like, you're so lucky you have a job, you're so lucky you have a roof over your head, you're so lucky that you're safe, you have money, your food, family, etc. Which is all true. I am so beyond lucky and grateful and blessed to have everything that I have. And then there are days that I feel like I want to scream at the top of my lungs and I want to complain about everything. And that's how I was feeling for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, where I just was down in the dumps and feeling like absolute crap. Feeling like crap about what, you may ask? I felt like, I don't know, like I was so over my job for a good like 2 weeks. I was just done. I was so done. I'm working today, it's Saturday. That's how I'm feeling today. Sometimes I work one Saturday every month. Sometimes I'll pick up a shift if like they need help. But I get like some time off during the week, which is nice, which is how I got to do my hair. And then Saturday rolls around and I'm like, why did I agree to this shit? But I was feeling so over it. I was like, I can't fucking believe that like I am doing this right now. Like maybe you could see my face a little bit better. I feel like I also I haven't even said much about myself on this channel. Like it's been very superficial. Like hey, if you don't know anything about me, now you know. I went to Pace University in New York City. I have a degree in communications and media marketing. And I haven't used it even for 5 minutes, it feels like. It's kind of frustrating, but I think that a lot of grads can say that. Like a lot of college grads at the moment especially can say like, I haven't used my degree, I don't know why I have it. Like there are days where I'm like, I really didn't need to do all that. Like I didn't need to go to college, but I'm such a better person for going, I think. And I'm so lucky I was able to go. I had wonderful experiences. I had wonderful eye-opening moments. I learned so much. I really, really did. Not just about education, communications, whatever, who gives a shit, but I learned about the world. I learned about life. I met amazing people and I loved it, and I loved college. And when I graduated and I had to get a real job and I had to start being a grown-up, that I was so nervous. I was just scared, like, of everything. I was scared of failing so much. And of course, that's everybody, so I'm not special in that respect. I was just so scared of failing. I graduated in May of 2019. I'm 24, by the way. I graduated in May of 2019 and I got my first job in August. Up until that, like that couple of months, I was babysitting. I met some really awesome people and I babysat for them over the summer. And that was such a freaking funny experience. I had a lot of fun with those kids. Until I found a job and I started working for a company that was like actually right outside my door. And it was bad. It was, I don't know how else to explain it. It was so shit. Like but I have to say I had so much fun. Like the job itself was garbage. Like I hated it. I was making no money. And to me, I was making no money. I was a new college grad and I was making $38,000. I had health insurance though, which was pretty nice. Of course I was living at home. I was living with my mom and my brother, and it was great. And I had money, like I saved so much money because I really didn't have bills or anything. But I would get mad like quite frequently and be like, I can't believe I'm a college graduate. Like I just graduated school. They told me, the people in the fucking office told me I'd be making X amount of money. And I was like, I'm not making anything like that. So I was disappointed. And then I was at that job for 6-7 months, and then Miss COVID hit. And then I went home, and then I worked from home. I didn't get fired, thank God. I actually started working from home. I worked from home from March to July, and then I quit because they were lying on me. It was really the worst experience. Like I quit. I couldn't deal with them. It was such a, if you want the full story on that, maybe I can give you that story too. I'll definitely tell that story actually at some point, about that company and kind of how to spot like what company is going to be a bad one. They will, if any company, listen to me kids, if any company tells you we're like family here, don't walk, sprint out that goddamn door, because it's not true. They will make you work late hours and they won't pay you properly, and they'll be like, well, wouldn't you do that for your family? Be like, no bitch, because you ain't my family, you my employer, where's my money? I digress. Long story short, I was feeling like shit the other day about my job because I work from home. I'm a care coordinator for a fertility clinic, and that means that I help patients schedule appointments, get referrals, give them basic information on what they're doing, fertility gynecology stuff. And I answer the phone a lot. That's my job. I answer the phone, and sometimes I get really down about it because I'm like, I know I could do so much more. Like I want to be in the corporate aspect of my company so bad because I really love my company. It's female run, female owned. It is badass, and our company is great. And there's always room for improvement, and I feel like I would be so great on like the corporate like experience team, where they talk about like, you know, they take patient surveys, they see like how do patients feel about their care. I feel like I would be so good at like making changes and like helping out and like making improvements, and that's my goal. And that's a goal that I made for myself, and I didn't want to put too much of a timeline on it because you get disappointed and it's hard, like especially with jobs, especially in the current like job market. It's kind of hard to like pin down a goal and like stick to it because you just don't know. It's very unpredictable. Beyond grateful to have my job, and I mean, can't say that enough. But there are for sure days where I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, this is ridiculous. I started this job in February, and I was February of 2021. I had been unemployed since July. I was itching for a job, seriously itching. I quit that first job. I quit that first job in July of 2020, and I kicked myself in the ass for it like 3 days after. Like, I was freaking out because I realized, I was like, Julia, you just quit your job during a global pandemic. Now you don't have health insurance. Now you don't have benefits. Like, you don't have a security blanket. Like, now what? God forbid, like, knock on wood, you get COVID. You have to go to the hospital. What now what? Not that I would get COVID, because when I tell you I was so terrified, I literally, like, I never left my house. I didn't see my boyfriend for 2.5 months because his mom's a healthcare worker. She's a doctor, so I didn't see her. A PA, sorry. She's a physician assistant. I did not see her. I didn't see her. I didn't see anybody for 2.5 months. I literally was in solitude. So yeah, I quit my job and I had no health insurance, and I was like, girl, you so stupid. Like, you get mad and you freak out and then you quit, and you shouldn't have done that. But it was the best thing I did for myself, because in that moment, I was like, you just stood up for yourself and you just showed your job that you're not going to be taken advantage of anymore, no matter the circumstances, and you're not going to be lied on and like disrespected in the way that you were ever again. It was a very empowering moment for me, and it was that weird what's that word? Sorry if the camera moved. I had to move myself a little bit. It was that weird juxtaposition of, I'm a bad bitch, I just quit my job. Like, and I did it so professionally and so like just so well. I quit so nice. I've never quit a job that nicely before. I did it so professionally, and like I had the last laugh. It was beautiful. And then, you know, in that same moment I was like, damn bitch, you're so stupid. Like I want to hit myself. But when I got this new job, I was like just so happy to be working again. Like it was beautiful. Like I had been unemployed for a while at that point, and I was like, I'm sick of like not having anything to do. Like I'm not making any money. Once I was hired at this job, I was on a temporary basis. So I got hired through a staffing agency, and I was with them for almost 8 months. They had me temporary, meaning I got no benefits. I was paid hourly. They were just kind of like temp to perm. So they're like, we're keeping you temporary on with us, but with the intention to hire you full time, like permanently bring you on as part of the team. And I was like ticking, like the time was ticking for me. I was like, I really want to know, like, am I going to be strung along for a year and a half, and then they'll be like, bye sweetheart, thank you so much for all the work. Like, because I take my shit seriously. And I was like, there is gonna be no way. There's no way that I'm going to work so seriously and like take this job so to heart and give it my all. And then they'll be like, thanks so much. So I would email the company and be like, hello, like when are you guys gonna bring me on permanently? And like, I think that was kind of ballsy of me, but I wanted it, and I showed that I wanted it. And in October, so just last month, they brought me on. I was literally like in the middle of working, like I was on a phone call, and I get an email from the head of like recruiting, and they're like, hey, you want to work here like permanently? I was like, yeah, bitch, sign me up. Like, so I was given a raise. Now I have access to benefits and health insurance and all this wonderful stuff. And I was like, I'm really proud of me. Like, I'm so happy right now. And like, it boosted my mood for a couple days. And then we can get to where I fell apart a little bit. Now, to explain my job, I speak to patients, and I speak to people going through IVF treatment, gynecology, things of that nature. There are heightened emotions, and people can get very, they can get mean. They can get really mean, and they can say things to you as a customer service agent or a patient navigator, whatever you want to call me. They can get mean, and they can say some crazy stuff to you. And I've been screamed at, I've been cursed at, I've been called stupid, I've been called a bitch, and none of that ever feels good, especially when it's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know what you need. Like, I want to help you, but there have been times where I've had to like tell patients like, ma'am, I can't help you unless you speak to me with respect. Like basic shit. Like people will get cursing you and then scream at you and be like, I need a fucking appointment right now. I'm like, well, I don't help mean people, so like, and there have been times where I've hung up the phone and I've cried because we have like certain protocols that we have to follow with like timing of appointments and the way that we do things that like we cannot break. And people get mad and frustrated, and like there was one lady who broke me down so bad, and she's like, look, I don't know what you know. I think maybe you don't know what you're talking about, and I think that maybe you should take a couple lessons and learn how to do XYZ. And I put her on hold. I said, I don't know what to tell you. Give me a minute. I'll speak to my supervisor. And I just started crying. And I get back on the line, and I said, I don't remember exactly what I said. I offered her like the best thing I could do, and she basically was like, you know what? I don't give a fuck. And she hung up, and I was like crying. I was like, I need to take a break because I don't know why I'm being spoken to this way. And like, to circle back to my first original fucking point of me being like a college grad, and this job doesn't require a college degree. And I felt like it was that moment where I was like, I can't fucking believe I went through 4 years of college and I did all this work in communications and media and marketing and trying to understand how to do things like, you know, to get a corporate job, and then this is, so I obviously get frustrated with myself and my situation, and I'm pissed off, and like I take it out on my job, I guess, and I just get like kind of lazy and almost complacent where I'm like, I don't care. I really don't care. And that's so like not professional. And I would never like let a patient's care fall through or like have any, like let anything bad happen to a patient or like. Hey, editing me here. Let me just clarify what I said about my job. When I say I take it out on my job, it means that I get like sad about my job and like, I don't want to go the extra step for a patient. Like I'm never rude to a patient. I never like yell at a patient because I don't even have that in me. Like I'll cry before I yell. So just to clarify, I don't yell at patients. I'm not nasty. I'm not mean. I just don't want to go the extra step to like see if it's possible to work them into the schedule. I'm just like, no, can't do it. Like I don't even check, but I pretend that I check. Bitch. Okay. I just wanted to clarify that. Bye. If a patient's mean to me, I don't want to go the extra step and be like, oh, I'll reach out and see what we can do. I just say, sorry, we're booked. I'll offer you the wait list and I'll give you a referral. Like, I don't know what else to tell you, especially when somebody's mean like that. So, you know, to get back to my original point of like, I got frustrated, and these past couple of weeks have been really hard on me. Going to like waking up every day, getting myself together to work and feeling like absolute shit about my job and absolute shit about like my position in life, and like seeing my peers that I went to high school with and college with on Instagram and like graduated, like they graduated, they have corporate jobs, they have apartments, they live in the city, they moved to California, they did all this stuff. People having kids, I don't want that, but like people a lot farther in life than me, and I felt really fucking crappy about it. And I confide in like my mom, and my mom's my bestie. I confide in her about everything and tell her how I feel, and sometimes I just need to like say it to nobody. And like that's why I feel like making this video is like really helping me a lot right now. Sometimes I just need to verbalize how I'm feeling, and like nobody even needs to listen. Like it could just be me talking. Like I feel better. Like this past week has been better, but the last couple weeks have been really tough. Because I fantasize about like, I want my own apartment. Like I want to move out of my childhood home. Like I want all these things for myself. Like I want to move on with my life, and I'm 24, and I feel like sometimes I rush my life away, and I feel like I'm older than I am. And I have to remember that like life is that. Like I can't believe I'm 24. Like my birthday's in August 31st. Hey Virgos. Turned 24, and I had goals for myself about my job and my position in life, and like I said, I want to have X amount of money saved, I want to do this year, but my most important thing that I said to myself on my birthday was, this year I want to be brought on permanently with this company, and by my next birthday I want to be in a different position. I don't want to be doing my job anymore. I want to be doing a different job, but within the same company, because I love this company. I already accomplished one part of my goal, so that made me really happy, and like I feel really good about that. And I lose sight of what's important sometimes, so I feel way better about, you know, my position in life, and like I'm moving at my own pace. I'm moving, I'm grooving. Like I feel better, and it's 100% because I'm blonde now. That's why I feel freaking great. I used to be blonde, but like I was also like 14 and like gross. Like I had blonde hair, but like it was not this nice. It was not this well done. Like I love it. I love it so much. I just did this like 2 days ago. My blonde that I used to have, I had like thick chunky highlights because it was 2011, mama. And that's what I looked like. And I oh my God, I used to wear my hair pulled back with a headband too. Kind of like this, but like imagine this is a thick ass headband, like pulled back. And I had glasses too over the headband. So like the arms of the glasses would stick out, and like I was a mess in a goddamn dress. I was a disaster, and nobody told me. Thank God they didn't. I was fragile. I probably would have cried about it. But to get back to all of my original stuff I was saying, sometimes in life we lose sight of reality, and like perception is everything, perspective is everything. So I think what helped me so much get out of my little rut that I was feeling was I changed my perspective, I changed my perception, and I went blonde. So if you are feeling like you're in a rut, girl, you take your ass to the salon and do something crazy and feel better, because that was like half a joke. Sometimes just changing something can make you feel like refreshed and renewed and reset. And like this actually, like doing my hair actually made me feel better, like about my, it's stupid, like it made me feel better about like my position in life. I was like, reset. I reset myself and my thinking is different. I mean, it's not just the hair, but like the hair helps. But having these honest conversations with myself has been something that's helped tremendously. So I feel renewed and refreshed, and I want to keep making YouTube videos. I think actually, now that I talk about it, my next video will for sure be that bad experience I had at my last company. And like, I'll outline like just how I found the job and all the crazy shit that happened at that job, and just like how to spot a bad job, like a new, I feel like that'll be actually really helpful. Like teaching a new college grad how to spot a company that is like low-key a scam, and like that will take advantage of you, and like how to find a job like with a good fit. So that next video idea, go off girl. Yeah, next video idea, we got this. So thanks for watching my little I don't know what the fuck I just did. I had a little revelation. We'll call this let's talk feeling stuck. Ooh. I did that. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.
You know you're a hot girl. Subscribe to this channel, babe. Mwah, bye.